Hi everybody, this is notes for sections from the modules 7.5 and 7.7, solving systems of equations by graphing. Now when you solve a system, okay, a system just means more than one thing's going on, all right? So that means we've got more than one line. You can have 2, 3, 4. I try to stick to 2, sometimes 3. Alrighty. In this unit, we'll just be using 2. So solving systems by graphing. Solving a system means, write this down, please, please, please. Find the points, the lines have in common, the points they share, the points of intersections. Usually we just get one. Every once in a while you can have more than one, so I'll put that little S in parentheses. Okay, same old standard question. Sometimes you'll see these problems written like this with a little brace there to show that they really are a system meant to be looked at together. And those two are both in y equals mx plus b form, and we are supposed to be solving by graphing, find the points they have in common by graphing. So I'm good to go. Let's graph them. All right, we're going to go up 6, y-intercept, and the slope is -1. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, and once again, we can do this for as long as we want. I use tiny graph paper, so can't do it that long. And then this line, y equals mx plus b, the y-intercept is 4, and my line goes down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. And I can put this line, work with me here, this line right, it's not the best line, which is the problem with solving by graphing. Your line's got to be good. And I can see right here, at that point, they intersect. And all we have to do to complete this problem is name that point. From the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the x, and up 2 on the y. And that's the solution to the system. There's a great way to check these. You just plug them in. That's our x, that's our y. If I plug in a 4 for x here, y equals -x, so -4 plus 6, I get 2. Hey, that's what I'm supposed to get. And if I plug in a 4 for this one, -1/2 times 4 plus 4, half of 4 is 2, a negative times a positive, so -2 plus 4. Would you look at that? We get 2 again, which is what you're supposed to get. If they both share that point, then it should work when you plug it in both equations. That's the best way to check. Or you guys can save a little time and get to Desmos.com and plug in these two and see if you were right. I strongly urge you to try to graph on your own first. Okay, let's try this one. This first graph, totally good to go. Y-intercept, -1, up 1 over 2. We can go this way, +1, then left 2, or we can go -1 and then right 2. Doesn't matter. We're going to get the same line. You've got one negative sign, put it either in the top or the bottom, not both. Alrighty. Trying my best here, folks. All right, this one we got a little problem. This is not in the easily graphable form, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting to work. I'm going to get rid of the 3x, which leaves me with positive 2y over here. These guys are not like terms, so make sure you're not getting a 3x or something. We have a -3x and a +6. They're not like, don't combine them. I put the -3x first because I do want it to be y equals mx plus b. Now I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 2. Remember, division is distributive 2, so I have to divide the -3x by 2 and the +6 by 2. And this gives us our second graph. +3, and then we want to go down 3 over 2, down 3 over 2, down. Okay, I'm seeing my line right now, and I can actually see where this intersects already. kind of way down here at the bottom of my graph. Now all we have to do is be able to name that point, and we are home free. From the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 3. So 4, -3. And that's the solution, right? That is the answer. On your paper, you put a circle around it. Canvas quizzes, I think we need to use parentheses, or at least follow the directions very carefully. All right, let's try one more. And I mean it, just one more. Try to keep this video quick. Alrighty, problem is I gave you one where neither of them are in the right format. So let's take a little time. X minus 3y equals 6. I'm going to subtract x. Take a little time. It might be a really good idea for you to pause me and try this last one. That makes 0. I'm left with a -3y. Make sure you got a negative there. Remember, that's a 1x. So this will give us y equals a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I just get 1/3x. 6 divided by a -3 is -2. All right, we got one of them down. Let's go over here and work on the other one. 2x plus y equals 5. I'm going to subtract a 2x. We're just trying to get this in a good graphable form. This makes 0, so I'm left with y. I like that. And I'll put the -2x in front. Alrighty, so this and this are my two nice new graphable form equations of a line. They're the same as those, they're just easier to graph. And I'm going to, for this one, go to -2. Y-intercept up 1/3, up 1/3. And then go in the other direction too. And for this one, I'm going to go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll go negative slope, down 2/1, down 2/1, down 2/1. There's our point intersection, right? Down 2/1. It ran right into that line. And when we see that point of intersection, our challenge is to name it. From the origin, right 3, down 1. So that would be the point 3, -1. So 3, -1 is the solution to our system. Right? I'm just going to do real quick here. If I plug a 3 in here, 1/3 of 3 is 1 minus 2 really does give us -1, our y value. It works. If I'm over here and I plug in our 3, -2 times 3, -6 plus 5, hey, that's also -1. So we know that we've done this correctly. All right, folks, I'll see you in class.